What if everything you've been told about aging is wrong? What if the stiffness, fatigue, and declining health that doctors dismiss as normal aging are actually preventable? At 94 years old, I live completely medication-free, maintain my independence, and have the biological markers of someone 30 years younger. 2 years ago, my doctor was stunned during my annual checkup when my test results showed the health profile of a person in their 60s. When he pressed me for my secret, I revealed the 5 simple morning habits I've followed religiously for decades. These aren't complicated medical interventions or expensive treatments. They're straightforward practices that work with your body's natural rhythms, and anyone can start implementing them tomorrow morning. While my friends, half my age, struggle with daily medications and need assistance with basic tasks, I continue to live fully and independently. The most shocking part: the third habit takes just 4 minutes each morning, yet 92% of seniors completely skip it. This single oversight costs them the most important opportunity to preserve their cognitive function and mental sharpness. The damage isn't immediately visible, which is exactly why so many people neglect it until it's too late. These 5 habits aren't just about feeling better, they're about maintaining your independence, preserving your dignity, and ensuring that your later years are filled with vitality instead of decline. The difference between aging gracefully and struggling through each day often comes down to what you do in the first hour after waking up. Strategic morning hydration, the foundation of cellular health. Every night while you sleep, your body loses approximately 1 liter of water through natural respiration and perspiration. Yet most seniors wake up and immediately reach for coffee, tea, or other beverages that actually worsen their dehydration. This seemingly innocent mistake sets off a cascade of problems that affect everything from joint mobility to brain function, and it's completely preventable with a simple 30-second morning ritual. Researchers at Johns Hopkins Medicine discovered that even mild dehydration decreases brain function by 27% and increases inflammation markers by 31% in adults over 65. The solution is remarkably simple, but the timing and method are crucial for maximum effectiveness. Before going to bed each night, prepare a 16-ounce glass of room temperature water with just a small pinch of natural salt. Place it on your nightstand so it's the first thing you see when you wake up. Drink this entire glass immediately upon waking, before coffee, tea, or breakfast. The room temperature is important because your body can absorb it more quickly than cold water, and the tiny amount of salt helps with cellular absorption through a process called osmotic balance. For those who find plain water unpalatable first thing in the morning, adding a small squeeze of fresh lemon is acceptable, but avoid any sweeteners or additives that could trigger insulin responses and interfere with your morning metabolic processes. The effects of this habit are both immediate and cumulative. Within days, most people notice reduced joint stiffness and improved mental clarity. Within weeks, the benefits often include better digestion, more stable energy levels, and even improved skin elasticity as the body's hydration status normalizes. Circadian-aligned sunlight exposure. Resetting your internal clock. Your body contains an intricate biological clock system that governs everything from hormone production to immune function, and it can be completely disrupted by missing one critical morning window. Stanford University's Center for Sleep Sciences has confirmed that just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight exposure resets circadian rhythms and boosts serotonin production by 42% in older adults. Yet, a University of Colorado study found that missing this critical morning sunlight window increases depression risk by 69% and disrupts sleep patterns within just days. The science behind this is both fascinating and practical. Early morning sunlight contains specific wavelength that trigger specialized receptors in your retina called melanopsin receptors. These receptors then send signals to your brain's master clock, located in the hypothalamus, which sets dozens of biological processes in motion. This precisely timed light exposure influences hormone production, body temperature regulation, digestive enzyme release, and over 150 other bodily processes that determine how well you feel and function throughout the day. The implementation of this habit is straightforward but but requires consistency and proper technique. Step outside within 30 minutes of waking and spend 10 to 15 minutes in natural morning light, even on cloudy days. The key detail that many people miss is to avoid wearing glasses, sunglasses, or contacts during this exposure, if possible, as glass and plastic filter out some of the specific light wavelength needed for circadian reset. The light must enter through your eyes to be effective. Skin exposure alone won't reset your internal clock. If weather absolutely prevents outdoor exposure, sitting near a window provides some benefit, though it's roughly 50% less effective than direct outdoor light. For those living in extremely northern regions with limited winter sunlight, a medical-grade light therapy box designed specifically for circadian regulation can serve as a helpful substitute, though natural light remains superior when available. The benefits of this habit compound over time, creating increasingly stable sleep-wake cycles that support every aspect of your health. Within a week of consistent morning light exposure, most seniors report falling asleep more easily and waking more refreshed. Within a month, many experience improvements in mood, energy levels, and digestive regularity as their internal clocks stabilize. The 4-minute cognitive priming routine, protecting your mental sharpness every morning. Your brain loses approximately 30,000 neural connections unless you take specific action to prevent this loss. Neuroscientists at Harvard Medical School have discovered that cognitive priming exercises performed immediately after waking increase neuroplasticity by 37% and improve executive function throughout the day. The early morning hours represent a unique and irreplaceable opportunity for brain training, because your neural networks are in their most adaptable state as you transition from sleep to wakefulness. This enhanced adaptability occurs due to elevated levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, often called miracle grow for brain cells, which peaks shortly after waking and gradually declines throughout the day. The solution is the 4-minute challenge. Solve one simple math problem, recall one detailed memory, learn 4 new words, and visualize your day, all within 4 minutes total. This precise combination activates multiple brain regions simultaneously, creating what neuroscientists call cross-conductivity, which strengthens overall cognitive resilience. The cognitive protection this habit provides is both immediate and cumulative. Within hours, practitioners experience improved mental clarity and sharper decision-making abilities. Within weeks, regular participants report better word recall and increased confidence in their cognitive ability. Within months, the habit creates measurable increases in cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to compensate for age-related changes or minor injury. Strategic mobility sequence, movement that heals instead of harms. Most seniors unknowingly sabotage their independence by following outdated morning exercise advice that actually increases joint damage in people over 70. Traditional stretching routines were designed for younger bodies and can be actively harmful for aging joints and tissues. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows a startling contrast. Performing the wrong morning movements increases inflammation by 31%, while a targeted 7-minute mobility sequence reduces pain and stiffness by 44% within just 2 weeks. This dramatic difference exists because aging connective tissue requires a fundamentally different approach to movement that respects its changed biological properties. After age 70, collagen fibers become less hydrated and more cross-linked, meaning they need gentle, progressive warming rather than the aggressive stretching often recommended in fitness magazines or videos targeted at younger adults. The solution is the inside-out mobility sequence, gentle shoulder rotations, seated marching, doorway chest expansions, supported squats and ankle circles, all performed before breakfast. This sequence follows a physiologically sound progression that first increases core body temperature and blood flow to major muscle groups before challenging joint ranges of motion. The order is crucial because it respects the way aging bodies need to warm up gradually and systematically. Begin with seated shoulder rotations, keeping your arms relaxed at your sides and making small circles that gradually increase in size for 30 seconds. Progress to seated marching, alternating lifting your knees while seated on a firm chair for 1 minute to engage core stabilizers and increase lower body blood flow. Move to doorway chest expansions by standing in a doorway with your hands at shoulder height on either side, then gently leaning forward for 30 seconds to counteract the forward posture that many seniors develop. Continue with supported squats, holding onto a counter or sturdy chair while bending your knees only as far as comfortable for 1 minute. This activates the largest muscles in your body and stimulates metabolic activity safely. Finish with seated ankle circles, extending one leg and rotating your foot clockwise and counterclockwise for 30 seconds per foot to improve lower extremity circulation and ankle mobility, which is critical for fall prevention. Your joint health is largely determined by how you move in the first 30 minutes after waking. Most seniors notice immediate improvements in morning stiffness within the first few days of implementing this sequence. Within 2 weeks, the cumulative benefits typically include improved posture, reduced pain with daily activities, and increased confidence in movement. After a month of consistent practice, many report significant functional improvements in activities that previously caused discomfort, such as getting in and out of cars or reaching for overhead items. Protein timing nutrition protocol, fueling muscle preservation. The breakfast you eat tomorrow morning will either preserve your muscle mass or accelerate its loss by 23%, regardless of how much protein you consume throughout the rest of the day. This finding from research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition challenges conventional nutrition advice that focuses on total daily amounts rather than strategic timing. The truth is that when you eat, protein matters just as much you eat. Especially for adults over 70, nutritional researchers at Tufts University's Human Nutrition Center on Aging have discovered that protein timing, not just amount, determines whether seniors maintain muscle mass or experience rapid sarcopenia after age 60. Your body develops what scientists call anabolic resistance, meaning you need both more protein and more precisely timed protein consumption to stimulate muscle maintenance. Most seniors consume their largest protein portion at dinner when the body's ability to synthesize muscle is already declining, while eating a carbohydrate-heavy breakfast when protein synthesis potential is at its peak. The solution is to consume at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within 30 minutes of completing your morning mobility sequence, prioritizing eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie with added collagen. This specific amount is based on research showing that seniors need approximately 30 grams of high-quality protein in a single meal to overcome age-related anabolic resistance and stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Spreading smaller amounts throughout the day is significantly less effective than this concentrated morning dose. The timing after your mobility sequence is intentional and scientifically based. Light physical activity increases blood flow to muscles and primes them to utilize protein more efficiently. For practical application, this might mean 2 eggs with cottage cheese, Greek yogurt with added protein powder mixed in, or a smoothie containing whey or plant protein plus collagen, which provides specific amino acids that support joint and skin health. It's crucial to avoid combining this protein with high glycemic carbohydrates like white bread or sweet fruits, which can blunt the muscle-preserving effects. Your body's anabolic window opens fresh each morning. Don't waste tomorrow's opportunity for cellular repair and muscle maintenance. The effects of implementing this protein timing protocol are both immediate and progressive. Within days, many seniors report improved energy levels throughout the morning hours and better appetite regulation. Within weeks, most notice improvements in grip strength and reduced fatigue during daily activities. After 3 months, research indicates measurable preservation or even increases in lean muscle mass compared to steady declines in those maintaining traditional breakfast patterns. These 5 morning habits aren't complicated health secrets or expensive interventions. They're simple biological alignments that honor your body's natural rhythms and work with rather than against the aging process. I've maintained my independence at 94, not through extraordinary means, but through ordinary habits performed consistently. Your body has the same remarkable capacity for resilience at any age when you provide the right inputs at the right times. The morning hours represent your greatest opportunity for biological optimization, setting the trajectory for your entire day and ultimately the quality of your aging experience. Each morning offers a fresh chance to either support your body's natural healing and maintenance processes or to inadvertently work against them. The choice you make tomorrow morning will either contribute to your long-term vitality or to the gradual decline that too many people accept as inevitable. The power of these habits lies not in their complexity, but in their consistency. Small, scientifically based actions performed regularly create profound changes over time. The difference between aging gracefully with independence and struggling through declining years often comes down to these crucial first moments of each day. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make tomorrow morning. Which of these habits will you implement first? Your journey to exceptional aging begins with your next sunrise.